Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Adventures of Tintin. And this movie is directed by Steven Spielberg, and it came out in 2011. And it has a cast that I'm pretty familiar with, like Andy Serkis and Jamie Bell, Simon Pegg, Daniel Craig, and Nick Frost is in it too. And lots of talented people involved in the project, and I didn't find anyone to be distracting in the movie. And that's one thing that I liked about it. And the animation, it's like I don't know the exact word to describe it, but basically there was a point in time where like movies were trying to do this like more realistic version of a 3D animation where it's kind of human but almost not. And a lot of movies in that department kind of failed, and they just like look like they have like soulless eyes, and they just found it to be really creepy and distracting. And for this movie, I kind of felt that way for the first couple of minutes, but I did get used to it, and I was like, okay, I'm going along with this. And I think one of the biggest things about this movie is that I probably would have enjoyed this movie a lot more had I seen it while I was a kid, because I didn't really get anything out of this movie. And I understand the appeal. It's made for kids, and for kids, I don't think it's like the worst movie ever. It's just there was nothing here that connected with me, and I was pretty bored for pretty much 90% of the movie. I just did not care where anything was going. I didn't care about the characters, and there were sequences that were kind of fun to watch, and there was one really great long take that was really fun to watch, even if it did feel like what I was seeing was like straight out of a video game. It was at least entertaining to watch somewhat, and it had something going for it, and it had my attention at least, and that's about all it had to offer me. And I didn't really care for the villain. I just found them to be just really boring and generic, and the third act felt incredibly abrupt and did not need to be there. And one major issue that I had with this movie, like story-wise, like for every beat and every scene and for everything that moved the story forward, it just felt like less organic as to how things would turn out and more just convenient. And that's how I felt for the entirety of the film. It's just coincidence, 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 coincidence. And I was getting so exhausted and tired of that, and it honestly ruined the movie for me. I never once felt like I was getting a sense of discovery because of that, and I never felt as though any of the characters were in any danger, and it just, there was nothing here. I was just bored. And by the time the movie ended, I had forgotten about half of the movie. So I can't really say too much about it because most of it's gone from my head. And now I've forgotten about 75% of the movie at this point. So by tomorrow, I will have completely forgotten about the entire film, and I will never be watching this movie again because it's not even a movie that I had any ironic enjoyment while watching. It was just me bored out of my mind, and it was a Steven Spielberg film, and I don't think I've enjoyed any of his movies after The Lost World Jurassic Park. For me, that was like the last good movie he made, or at least the last one that I enjoyed, that I'm willing to rewatch. Not that it's a great movie, but it's just everything after that point I just didn't care for. I remembered liking The Post when that came out, but I'm afraid to revisit it because I have a feeling that I probably won't enjoy it. Because I'm kind of getting sick of Steven Spielberg's movies and how they're structured, and it just feels very artificial to me at this point. And that's about all I have to say about The Adventures of Tintin. I don't care for it. It's not a terrible movie. It's just not what I'm after, and it was just really, really boring for me. So nothing special. If you have someone that wants to see it, I guess it wouldn't be the worst idea to check it out, but I just got nothing out of it, so that's my experience. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Adventures of Tintin a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Adventures of Tintin, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Godzilla from 2014, directed by Gareth Edwards. Not to be confused with Pacific Rim, I already reviewed that on my channel. And I guess minor spoilers for what's going to come out after that. It's going to be all the live-action Godzilla movies that came out after the 2014 film, like King of the Monsters and then Godzilla vs. Kong and Kong Skull Island I already reviewed, so I'm gonna... The Monsterverse movies, that's what they're called. I just remembered that. So I'm gonna complete the Monsterverse films, so look forward to all of those, but until I get that up, all of those up, my bad. Thank you for watching and have a great day.